A lot has happened in the 5 years since Halo's most famous hero has been a Master Chiefsicle. Call of Duty has taken over as the most popular franchise on the Xbox, and the Halo series has changed hands, from Bungie to a new studio, 343 Industries. But you probably knew that already. What you really want to know is, what has 343 done to Halo? Did they break it? Did they ruin it? After all, 343 has never shipped anything before, and they're assuming the mantle from a top-tier studio that's earned its golden reputation. But there's another question you have to ask yourself, a much scarier but also much more exciting question. What if Halo 4 is the best Halo ever? Unexpectedly, one of the very biggest and best surprises of Halo 4's phenomenal campaign is that it's actually not Master Chief's story, but rather Cortana's. As an old AI construct, she's reached a point in her programming evolution where she's actually thinking herself into insanity, and the way she and Chief must work to keep each other safe and sane is the heart of Halo 4's much more personal story. It starts right away, as soon as Master Chief is thawed out from cryosleep. Her voice begins scratching, and soon she begins having emotional outbursts that defy her programming logic. As the game goes on, it's actually Cortana that gets you into as much trouble as any Covenant or Promethean alien does, and it's up to the Chief to reassure her and be her rock of support.
I will not allow you to leave this planet!
Halo 4's graphics are nothing short of astounding. Halo hasn't been able to claim the title of best looking game on Xbox since Halo 2 on the original Xbox. Your eyeballs get treated to one gorgeous set piece after another over the course of the campaign's 8 missions. Remember the first time you touched down on the Halo ring in Combat Evolved? When you crash land on the planet Requiem and look out over a huge valley and its floating Forerunner architecture, it's that same goosebump-raising feeling. And that's just the second level. That same sense of awe is visible in the cutscenes, too. Characters look as good as any video game humans this side of LA Noire, with living eyes, realistic expressions both subtle and extreme, and spot-on motion capture. Meanwhile, the Chief himself looks more badass than ever. His armor is scraped, scratched, and scarred, and the sounds of its pieces flexing, bumping, and sliding against each other are subtle but add a very humanizing element to a guy who's always been known as a faceless, robotic badass. Speaking of sounds, every sound effect, from the boom of a shotgun to the crack of the DMR, has been redone. Weapons sound beefier and more intimidating. Meanwhile, voice actors Steve Downes and Jen Taylor as Master Chief and Cortana, respectively, are given more to do than ever, and they deliver. Cortana is vulnerable, and it's Chief who must think clearly when she can't. It's a fascinating reversal that is sold by Taylor's stellar performance. Halo 4 succeeds for a lot of reasons, but the foundation of it all can be boiled down to one thing. Guns, guns, guns. Okay, that's 3 of the same thing, but the potency and power of Halo 4's arsenal cannot be emphasized enough. The combat engine in this game has been refined to a T. No matter what kind of enemy you're fighting, whether it's one of the new super smart Promethean bad guys like the Teleporting Knight or the Protective Watcher, and no matter what distance you're engaging them from, there's a firearm for every situation. Meanwhile, the campaign is paced better than any shooter in recent memory, with small-scale, on-foot firefights deftly mixed with huge vehicle battles. The enemies are whip-smart, and you'll have to play on heroic or legendary difficulty to see them at their full brain power. Just be prepared for some serious pain. Compared to past Halos, even heroic has been beefed up in difficulty. So what about multiplayer? Well, Halo 4 exceeds expectations once again. Halo Reach's armor abilities return with some new ones thrown in. And new to the Halo party are some Call of Duty style perks. Don't worry, it all suits Halo just fine, and combined with Halo 4's killer weapons, it makes Halo's multiplayer more potent than ever. That's backed up by 10 maps and 3 additional Forge levels to build and/or battle on. None jumped out as Lockout-style instant classics, but they're all excellent, highlighted by Exile for big vehicle action, the Valhalla remake Ragnarok for some awesome Mantis action, and the smaller, symmetrical insanity of Haven. The last piece of the multiplayer puzzle is the new Spartan Ops mode. It's a weekly downloadable series of missions, each broken up into 3 to 5 chapters. All you need is an Xbox Live Gold account and you'll be up to your ears in free Halo 4 side missions for the next 10 weeks. Each chapter's objectives vary slightly and add a bit of extra co-op fun to the Halo 4 multiplayer suite, but what it provides in its full season of quantity, it loses in replayability. There's no scoring system or much other excuse to go back and play each episode more than once, unlike the firefight mode that this takes the place of. Still, it's nothing less than a value add, and hopefully the included storylines each week will be good enough to get invested in.
Look out!
A few notable story threads are left annoyingly hanging, and some of the flip 3 switches areas of the campaign can feel like a bit of a grind on higher difficulty levels. But here's the bottom line. Halo 4 is incredible. It's probably fair to say that it's better than I think any of us, hardcore fan or casual, thought it had any chance of being. Microsoft clearly gave 343 a blank check for Halo 4, and every last cent shows up on the screen. For me, this isn't just the best Halo, it's probably the best Xbox game this year, and quite possibly the best video game on any platform in 2012. Halo 4 surprises, delights, and kicks serious ass, and it suddenly makes the wait for Halo 5 on the next generation Xbox a lot harder. I haven't been this excited about a Halo since Halo 2, and that makes me happier than you know. Master Chief is back, baby. For more on Halo 4, and boy, is there a lot more, head on over to IGN.